Now let's talk briefly about what's happening in Dubai today. The Laleh Sharavesh, the woman who called her husband's second wife a horse on Facebook, extraordinarily on Facebook back some years ago, who is now facing 2 years in a Dubai jail, is appearing in court in Dubai today. Her daughter is 14. She has actually flown home to be with her aunt. They'd flown to the Gulf state last month for her ex-husband's funeral after his death, aged 51. And this is the point when she was arrested. And it was told her that she had breached Dubai's very strict laws, which involve posts that are not only those in the past and those on social media posted in other countries, but she had been in breach of the law. Let's talk to Radha Stirling. She's chief exec of Detained in Dubai, a group that helps people, Brits particularly, detained in Dubai under these sort of laws. Good morning, Radha.
Good morning.
Morning. Well, we spoke to you when this story first emerged. Today is the day she's going to court. Now, there's been a lot of calls for the woman who was the now widowed second wife of this woman's ex-husband to actually drop the charges. It was she that made the complaint about these Facebook posts that were made 3 years ago in the UK. And if she perhaps agreed to drop that complaint, then the Laleh Sharavesh could walk free. But what are the odds of her doing that?
Well, actually, she went to court this morning and the complainant didn't turn up at the proceedings. She's appointed a new lawyer who said that she needed more time to study the case. So what's happened today is appeals have been made to try and settle this case out of court. The judge is going to come back. He's delayed proceedings. So he's going to come back likely this afternoon with a ruling on the next court date. And we imagine that that's going to be yet another week. So next Thursday is the most likely time for that.
I mean, Laleh Sharavesh, she's not actually in prison at the current time. She is, but she's having to fund, she's been there for some months now, having to fund herself living in a Dubai hotel room.
Exactly, and sort of, getting behind in her rental property payments. And meanwhile, Paris has appealed also directly to the complainant to drop the case against her mother. She's just lost her father. Now she's separated for the first time from her mother. It's a very distressing situation. It could have been resolved very quickly. And frankly, it shouldn't have even got to this stage. The posts were made outside of the country.
But that's the bizarre thing, isn't it? And we talked about this the other day, Roger, that actually people just simply aren't aware of the risks that they face. Now, there have been some reports this week that perhaps Laleh Sharavesh isn't quite the sort of innocent who, look, she wrote a post calling this new wife a horse, and a lot of people who've gone through a bitter divorce could understand that things turn nasty, but that, that was all she's done. Actually, it would appear the version of events from the second wife is that actually she's been the victim of a campaign of harassment by this woman.
Yeah, certainly, and those claims are declined by the client. She had made a lot of emails, obviously, during this divorce where she was suddenly cut off entirely from the husband without warning. He also apparently cut her off from any finances. So she was left high and dry in London and with no money or support whatsoever. He wasn't paying child maintenance. So, of course, that's going to arouse, a lot of emails. She's contacting his employer just to try and survive with her daughter. So she doesn't deny that there were correspondence, obviously, during this hard time. But that was all in the past. I mean, since the husband's died, she just simply wanted to go there with her daughter to attend and pay final respects. And certainly this should have been in the past.
Absolutely. Radha Stirling, keep us posted on what's going to happen there. She's chief executive of Detained in Dubai. An extraordinary story.